Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. Here we are looking at Total3 crypto market cap on a 4-hour time frame. Just thinking about what to expect this weekend and heading into next week. Now you see we did hit a height of 468 around there. And now we're having a pullback after we've had an extremely exuberant move to the upside here. So this is completely normal. So, I was trying to look at Bitcoin and gauge what to expect. And I thought, you know what, let's see what the Total3 is doing. And this makes perfect sense, and it falls into line with what I was thinking about Bitcoin. Thought we just consolidate in here through next week. We got the CPI data release and the FOMC meeting. CPI is on Monday. FOMC meeting is midweek. I'm not sure what else we got going on. But it just makes sense we take a little break here, a little consolidation break before, of course, moving on upwards. And one of the reasons for that is here. Look at that move we've made since October, mid-October. Now, if we zoom out more, I'm going to zoom out quickly to a weekly time frame just to get this all done quickly here. What is happening is that we've broken out of this inverse head and shoulders pattern that I've talked about for months and months and months, since way back here when we started forming it in June. For the past 6 months, been pointing out to expect a breakout from here. Also, when we hit here, we ran into a wall. And I don't have my billions of lines on the chart here, but timing of this was totally expected here. As we're moving into a parallel channel that travels upwards here in this region. Anyway, the target from this head and shoulders pattern is right here, and there you go. I've copied it and carried it over here. That is around 460 billion. Now, what does that coincide with over here? It kind of coincides with the this wick down here. That's about 570. Really coincides a lot better with this where we stopped here on this week, the week of March 29th, 2021. But anyway, it's clear to see that it makes a lot of sense that we would hesitate here, run into some resistance, and kind of bounce around a little bit in that region. Now, this target is still 22% from where we are at right now. There you go, 22%. So I expect similar moves for Bitcoin as well. And for us to continue to this target before the end of the year, here in the month of December, and then consolidate and continue on upwards in January. Now, what we see in from here, probably, I don't know, somewhere in this region here. Possibly just 10% to 640, possibly up to 700. Let's get out our little measuring tool here. So from about, that's at 576. From there, let's zoom out a little bit here. From there up to maybe that area, that's about 10%, and up to these other wicks here, 22%. I definitely see this about 700 billion as some real resistance there. Um, 700 to 750 maybe, but that's way down the road. Let's just get to 560 first. So that 20% move in the crypto market cap equates to maybe a equivalent move in Bitcoin. You know what? And I'm guessing maybe slightly less. Oh, Bitcoin's up over 44,000 again. It was so 20%. Now we got all the lines, folks. So from where we are at currently, let's just do 20% for Bitcoin. Well, it's not hard to figure out with 44. That would be 8,800. So 52,800. Let's just go up to 52,800 and see if my head works. My head math works. And there we have it. Yep, 20% right there. Now let's see, where is that at? 52,800. That makes perfect sense that we okay, why isn't my cursor working? There we go. 52,800 brings us up to the top of the blue parallel channel. So I do believe that after consolidating here, we're on a weekly chart. Let's go to a 4-hour chart. And it makes sense that we would consolidate. These vertical lines here is CPI, and they mark the dates of the FOMC meeting. It would make perfect sense that we consolidate. Now, much earlier, like several weeks ago, I did call for consolidation between this orange, the bottom of this orange parallel channel, and the midsection of the blue parallel channel. And it really seems to be what we're doing. But what's really interesting is we're not coming all the way down to the bottom of the orange parallel channel. We are simply coming down to the center line of a channel that is half the size of the overall orange parallel channel. If that makes any sense to you, but what that means is in this area right here and below the center line of the blue channel. Now, we did attempt to bust through it here. That would have been the target from this parallel channel that we had been consolidating in. It would have been the top of, or the center line of, a much wider orange parallel channel. We didn't make it here. And you can see on the RSI that we didn't have enough oomph right there, and we created a higher high and a lower high here on the RSI. So that would warrant the consolidation here through next week. And then probably a move at the end of the week, I'd imagine. A move back up to, where are we at? To 48,000. That makes perfect sense because everybody's looking for 48,000, and that would bring us right up here. There, that is next week. That is Friday. And 48,200. Actually, let me pull that down. It's a little high. Yeah, 48,100 or so by Friday. After consolidation back here is perfectly reasonable to me. And then continuation. Let's see, after we hit that then Friday, I don't know, we'll just have to reevaluate then, but I do believe we'll hit up around 52.8 by the end of the year. Continue on to January. Now let's see what happens if we see another 10% or so in January. This white vertical, okay, wait, I accidentally double clicked that. the white, what am I doing? The white vertical line here on the chart is the end of the year, marks the end of the year. So there's my little cursor. Where were we at? At the end of the year, we were saying possibly about 52.8. That's way down here. I can't see because my thumb's in the way. About 52.8 right there. There on the end of the year. Now another 10% up. Puts us at about 58,000. Which is around the top of the blue parallel channel. That makes sense there. Anyway, little consolidation this weekend, continued move through next week, the first portion of next week, I believe, and then a move upwards. Possibly we see a move upwards when the week starts. Who knows? I do expect that we will at least continue to move up and down within this triangular zone here. So from where we're at now, a move to the top or to the center line of the blue channel would be a 2.5% move. And so either that and possibly we do break through to the top of the orange channel. So just keep an eye on those levels. I suggest you draw these lines on your chart. So I can't give you exact numbers as these lines are all diagonal. And the numbers change constantly depending on your time frame. So, just take a look at where I've drawn things and try to replicate that yourself on your TradingView chart. This orange parallel channel, for instance, I'll tell you right now, it's a little bit different. This is the daily. That's why it's different. Let me go to a 4-hour. On a 4-hour chart, it should be more clear. Well, not really. It's a little bit off, actually. It's supposed to be connecting here on this one. Let's go to a daily again. Maybe I drew it on a weekly. Maybe that's why. Let's go to a weekly. Oh, this is a train wreck right here. Let me just go like that. Auto. Where's our orange channel? Where the hell? Oh, we went way back in time. No, I couldn't have been on a weekly drawing this. Anyway, the orange parallel channel does you know what? It's just moved over slightly, I believe. Anyway, this one, I think I've drawn another one. I think another one I've drawn I've placed it at this wick and this wick. If you connect those two wicks, that looks like it's parallel to these. This I moved over slightly. I think I widened it. But anyway, it also kind of follows right along these candle wicks here on the 4-hour chart. The center line comes along here, and the base comes along here. That should get you where you need to go. And then the base hits this wick right here, and the bodies of this candle you can see that the The body just about of this candle here just about hits the center line right there. Anyway, that gives you an idea of where that orange channel is drawn. Now the blue parallel channel, it has all these points. If you connect all these points here on my chart, we're looking at a 4-hour in the green circles, you'll have your blue parallel channel. All right. Like, subscribe. See you next time. That was a lot longer than I wanted.